Yo, what up, guys? This is your boy Kofi with KO Sports Talk back with another video. And today's video, I just wanted to discuss. I know this is kind of late for me. I was still contemplating about that Bears and Washington Commanders game. I want to talk about that Bears Washington Commanders and how pretty upset I was at that game. And we had literally every opportunity to win that game. Like, we were in the red zone three times in the red zone. We were moving the ball like easily down Washington's defense. And the first time we got to the red zone, Luke Getty was calling like all these questionable play calling, like trying to run the ball with Khalil Herbert. And then the fact that Justin Fields, he threw that tip pass in that defender's head for that interception. Now, granted, that was Justin Fields' fault. I give you that. That was Justin Fields' fault. But the fact that the coaching staff didn't put the type of players in position to score, and the fact that Luke Getty didn't put David Montgomery in the backfield to run the ball, even though this guy, he's a freaking bruiser, can run through people. Khalil Herbert, he can't do that. He's more of like a shifty running back. He needs open space. He needs to get through the A gap. And in one of those series, he rushed for a 62-yard because that A gap was already open. He's that type of back that just is kind of built for this type of offense that gets through the A gap and the B gap. But when it comes to actually fighting for yards, when it comes to getting those hard-fought yards with those inches, he's not that player. But David Montgomery is that type of player that will fight for those yards, that will fight for those inches, that will fight for those downs. So the thing about it is that why didn't he put David Montgomery in those situations? And this is not the only time. He did that against the Giants game. He did that with the Vikings game. A couple other games. With the Green Bay game, they didn't run the ball with David Montgomery. And with this game, that costed us 7 points. That was a 21-point swing. A 21-point swing. We would have scored 20. We were in the red zone three times. We should have been up 14-0 against this putrid Washington defense team. We should have been up 14-0. But, with this vanilla play calling and the fact that these coaches keep strutting out that type of offensive line, not putting in the best players, putting in Sam Mustipher in for center. And don't even get me started on Sam Mustipher. Sam Mustipher needs to be benched. The fact that he was able to bobble that snap that almost would have been a fumble. The fact that he always gets blown up almost every single down. This guy gets blown up in pass protection. And then sometimes even run protection, like run blocking. He can't do nothing. And people, not only that, let me go to this, the second time the Bears were in the red zone. The second time the Bears were in the red zone, people were saying that, it was Justin Fields' fault that he didn't make that pass easily, that he wasn't able to make that pass easily. I watched the tape multiple times. Justin Fields threw that pass perfectly. He put it right where the tight end needed to be so he can get the ball. It's just the fact that Ryan Griffin, he turned his momentum. He didn't shift his momentum to go and get that ball. His momentum was out of line. He wasn't in line with and going to get the ball. Just like what Trent Dilfer was saying, his junk, whatever, was not in line to go and get the ball. Like his body wasn't pointing towards getting the ball, even though Justin Fields threw that perfect pass. Ryan Griffin, he didn't put his body in position to get the ball, even though Justin Fields threw that ball perfectly. So he failed him. And then going into the last drive, when they moved the ball all the way down, it was like the last second. Justin Fields marched for like a 42, maybe 44-yard. He rushed for 42 yards in that last series, right when it was about to end. He put them in position to win the game. And Darnell Mooney, he threw the ball to Darnell Mooney on the flat, and Darnell Mooney, he did not get the ball. He didn't catch it. Darnell Mooney, if you want to be a number one wide receiver in this league, you got to make those catches, man. You got to make those catches. Now, we can blame the players. We can blame the coaches. But we need to put more blame. We need to put the blame on Ryan Poles. Yes, I said Ryan Poles. Ryan Poles said that he wanted to build through the draft. I get it. You know, he wanted to get rid of. He wanted to pretty much. He wanted to pretty much build through the draft. He wanted to build through the draft. He wanted to get rid of all those loaded contracts. I get it. He wanted to get rid of Khalil Mack's loaded contract. He wanted to get rid of Allen Robinson's loaded contract. Akeem Hicks was aging. His team seemed like they're going in a different direction, you know, and I get it. But the fact that you signed Equanimeous St. Brown when you could have gotten DJ Chark, this fact that you didn't draft George Pickens. George Pickens is even looking good right now. The fact that you didn't draft even Alec Pierce or Jahan Dotson, players that were better than Velus Jones. No offense to Velus Jones. I felt like Velus Jones was a reach. Up until this point, Velus Jones has not been the top pick that the Bears have gotten. Now, granted, Braxton Jones, I mean, he's having his ups and downs. He's going through some rookie NFL pains. But the fact that you were able to get Kyler Gordon, not draft George Pickens, even though this whole season was about the development of Justin Fields. And just like what the media said, we can't properly evaluate Justin Fields because his offensive line protection can't give him enough time to throw the ball. And as soon as he hikes the ball, there's already a defender that's beating Sam Mustipher, that's beating Lucas Patrick already. And then when Justin Fields is about to pretty much square up and is about to make that pass, he doesn't have enough time because there's a defender already in his face. Like, he has to step up in the pocket when he's about to gather himself in order to make a pass. He has to gather himself up. Like, he has to grip it. He has to get his feet set. Like, he has to get his feet set, both feet set at a 45-degree angle. He has to go through his progressions before he can make that pass. That's quarterback 101. And if your center or if your interior line is not providing you enough protection, I don't care if you're Dan Marino. I don't care if you're John Elway. I don't care if you're Tom Brady. I don't care if you're even Peyton Manning. You are not going to succeed with that offensive line because the whole purpose of being a quarterback is that you have to be able to gather yourself in a 45-degree angle. You have to be able to gather yourself on a 45-degree angle. Your pass protection offensive line has to give you enough time where you can be able to gather yourself and make the necessary passes, make the necessary reads to get to your receivers. And that's not what the offense line is doing. The fact that Ryan Poles did not go after Quentin Spain, the fact that he's not going after like Eric Fisher, these guys, the fact that he hasn't even um um no, I'm getting behind. Like that he didn't get any capable centers. The fact that he was able to sign Lucas Patrick. Lucas Patrick has not been playing well. Lucas Patrick hasn't been playing well. He's been not well. And my thing is, I'm afraid, the fact that he's been playing left guard and getting beaten many times, I'm afraid, that even if he plays center, he's not going to give enough protection to Justin Fields because some reports before he was even signed, I mean, they were saying he was average to a below average at best. And the fact that you didn't go into the draft and draft George Pickens, Alec Pierce, those guys who can actually get separation. Alec Pierce is a great route runner, very impeccable route runner, can break guys away with his route running skills. The fact that you didn't get him, that's a penalty. That's an indictment on Poles. The fact that you're able to reach to get Velus Jones, the fact that you're able to draft College Gordon, shows that you made a mistake. And I don't want to even hear any reports. All these reports saying that, the Bears are looking to go into the draft to get a quarterback. No, we don't need no quarterback. Justin Fields is one of your most talented quarterback, one of your most talented, highly touted quarterbacks that you've ever had in Bears history. And you're meaning to tell me that you want to trade him? Like, you must be rabid out of your ass mind to trade a talented player with Justin Fields' caliber because, you want to go into the draft and get what? Bryce Young and CJ Stroud? Now, granted, I like CJ Stroud. He's a pretty solid quarterback, very solid quarterback. He has a good arm, very good arm. He can scramble outside the pocket. He's very good when it comes to making RPO. He's very designed for like a lot of RPO plays and a lot of bootlegs, but he's not on the same level as Justin Fields. He doesn't have the same arm strength as Justin Fields. He doesn't have the same accuracy, the same athleticism as Justin Fields. Don't get me wrong. Great player. Great player Bryce Young is. Very accurate on the throw. I've seen some of Bryce Young's highlights. He's a very good quarterback. He's more of a pure pocket passer. But in my humble opinion, I think Justin Fields is better than both of those guys. He's way better. And you're meaning to tell me you want to get rid of that player, that type of player, because you cannot properly develop him? You didn't get the proper tools to help properly develop your quarterback, man. And if it's true, then I'm really disappointed in this front office. If it's not, I mean, I highly doubt that that it is true. I hope it's not true because I'm hearing all these reports from Jason LaCanfora, even some Bears beat writers that the Bears they're seeming that they want to move on from Justin Fields when you can't properly evaluate him at all. And I also got to blame some of the coaches because you keep trying out the same offensive line and the fact that you keep trying out this offensive line, you're going to get Justin Fields killed. Haven't you ever heard of the definition of insanity? The definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again and expecting a different result. We're not expecting a different result because this coaching staff is freaking insane. Freaking insane. And I get it. A lot of us Bears fans, we're so freaking tired, man. We are tired of losing. We are very tired of losing, man. And it's like I've lived through many years. I lived through some of the good years, Bears going to the Super Bowl, us winning the NFC NFC title in 2018. It had a lot of good moments, but I mean, we have more bad moments in the last 20 years than we do good, because our front office over through the years, our ownership through the years have freaking dropped the ball. And us Bears fans are tired of just seeing mediocrity over and over and over and over again. Mediocrity every single year. Us always losing to the Packers. Us losing to the Vikings, getting smacked by the Vikings. Us getting smacked by these other teams. These other teams we shouldn't even be losing to. And it's so frustrating. And I get Justin Fields' frustration. Like, yeah, he's got to do better. But at the same time, this coaching staff, they got to put him in position to succeed. The front office got to push him in position to succeed if they want to have a proper rebuild. And having a proper rebuild, part of it is also winning some games, even winning games that you should win, or making games more competitive, scoring points in the red zone. But anyways, what do I know? I'm just a Bears fan. But anyway, guys, I just wanted to make this quick video. Stay tuned for our one of my later videos. I'm probably going to make a video about the Bulls. The Bulls are playing tonight against the Miami Heat. I'm probably going to do a post game video about that. Zach LaVine, he's hurt. I don't know what's going on with him. And Lonzo Ball, I guess it's a light skin thing. Thing, going on with those guys. I don't know why I keep saying that, but it just seems like pretty boy light skin can't get themselves together. But anyway, that's besides the point, guys. But anyways, I just wanted to make this quick video. And as always, guys, peace, and I'm out. All right.